Hi, my name's Gemma Woodcock, and I am going to be attending Berklee College of Music in the fall for music production and audio engineering. And yes, I'm super excited. Um, so I played soccer for like most of my life and then like stopped kind of halfway throughout high school, but I still like just because I was getting really busy, but I still really loved it. So I did soccer for a really long time. Obviously, did like a lot of music things. That's how I spent most of my time, just like in different bands and community orchestras and stuff like that. And then also like volunteering with like this key club and then like NHS for just like um like special needs students. I did that a lot. Just my family being like more accepting to a lot of people. I think they just taught me to be a lot more inclusive with friends and stuff. And like if anyone, needs help or seems like they need a friend, kind of going up to them and helping them a little bit. Yeah, just a lot of like inclusion within friendships and stuff like that. And um yeah, also just like good leadership and being able to like handle yourself and your like others' problems well. I think my parents helped me a lot with that. Me specifically for like my major, there was there's not a lot of schools that have it. So the ones that really had my major that like there's successful alumni that came out of it and stuff, I really just like wanted a job at the end of the day for like my specific major because it's kind of hard to find one, sometimes with this like music majors in general. Um, so yeah, I kind of just narrowed it down to the ones that I knew were gonna get me the job at the end of the day and get me like a good stable kind of foundation. Well, I was like really like sophomore year, junior year, I was taking like some of the pretty like harder classes, like specifically junior AP Chem and AP Pre-Calc. I kind of skipped a couple math like grades, I guess, because I wasn't in honors the math too. So and then AP coming to AP Pre-Calc, it was really hard for me just because I wanted to be kind of with my friends and stuff and kind of want to challenge myself. So yeah, those specific classes, I was really doubting myself like academically and stuff because like in the end like I am better at creative stuff than I am academically than a lot of my other friends. So just comparing like because a lot of my friends are really smart, like they're all going to like really hard schools as well. So just like having trouble comparing myself with them and like my classmates. But then at the end of the day, I would just say like it's not all about your like academic achievements as more it's like about being well-rounded, being good at like or like, being good at a certain thing or a couple certain things that you can stick yourself to, like either sports, music, art, creative, whatever, or academics, like if you're really good at that. I think that really helped me just because like applying to schools like BU, like had no faith in getting in. I just was like, it's like a 10% school or whatever. I was like, I don't think I can do this, but I'll do it anyways, just because I like Boston. And getting in, it just really like kind of validated stuff for me, just like that anyone can do it. It's just, it's not all about what people think it's about, like test scores and academics, even though that's, a big factor too. It's also about, um, being well rounded, setting yourself, like setting your mind to certain things. And yeah, that's what I would say. Honestly, I had really no idea what like I wanted to talk about because this sounds kind of like weird, but I feel like hearing about college essays, you always have to like write a trauma story or something or like something that, everyone's like, "Oh, you have to just write something traumatic and it'll be like fine or whatever." And I was just like, I don't really have anything that traumatic or that like big that happened in my life. So thinking about a topic was pretty hard. I was just like, I don't know. I like music. I want to go to college. I don't know. And so honestly, coming like putting our heads together with you, like it was kind of like a therapy session for me, like getting stuff out and you kind of like asking questions for me and then realizing that I could, use not like trauma with Liam, but kind of the way that he's influenced me into my writing, into my life and stuff. So yeah, so kind of just getting those thoughts out, being able to kind of talk about that really helped me, just because I never really talked about that before. So yeah, talking about it to you, it just really helped me organize my thoughts with that, and realizing that he kind of influenced me in a way for like my music leadership and stuff, and just like how I do it. And so yeah, honestly, just talking about it with you really helps me like kind of brainstorm. My first draft was like not what I wanted it to be like, like it was. And then we kind of first started writing it just about Liam and how like he's influenced me. But then like we kind of realized that like maybe we should say something with music, because that's genuinely what I want to do. So kind of seeing how that he influenced me, I think like helped. So yeah, the first draft was definitely not the one that I would send out, that I wrote, because it wasn't really about the topic that I wanted to talk about. But then like the last one was really like, if you compare it to the first one, was just really like strong and stuff, because we influenced all the stuff that I wanted to talk about. All the checklist items, like I said before, because to be honest, I'm not a very like organized checklist person. I'm kind of just like okay, I'll do this later or whatever. But like with college, it's very like specific deadlines you have to do. Kind of telling you what I needed, and like saying like, oh, I'm applying to these colleges. Like, can you help me out with this? Like just having that organized like set list for me was really, really helpful. And then also the FAFSA, I know that was really helpful for my parents, just kind of guiding them through it, because like I said, they've never done it before, like with my other brothers or with themselves or anything. So just like having you guys kind of help with the money side really helped. That helped like my final decision as well, because it's like reading the breakdowns of the financial aid like stuff that they gave me, we didn't really know what any of the grants and all that meant. So then like coming on like with you, the last Zoom meeting we had, like just breaking down all the financial stuff, my parents really like kind of figured out, okay, this could be good, when we didn't really know what was good before. So yeah, just definitely financial reasons really, really helped, and all the organization really helped, I think. I heard about you guys through one of my friends, who she was talking about it. She was like, oh, I have a meeting today or whatever. And I was like, oh, what's that? She was like, oh, just this college, help thing. And it's really helped me. Like, you should do it. So I was like, oh, okay, like I'll give it a try, just because I've never done any of that before. And like, as I started thinking about it, I was like, actually, I do need this, because I've researched and tried to figure out by myself, but it's still not really fully clicking of how I'm supposed to do this and this and this. And so, yeah, just kind of like realizing that I was like, oh, like I probably could have done it in the long run, but like in the end, it just, with school happening too, and everything, senior year, everything happening, it was just so much easier to have that guidance, and those lists that I had to do and stuff. And then, yeah, for my parents too. My parents had no idea for financially, like how to pay for college or what's the best thing. And then now coming in, they're like pros now. My audition process, like for Berklee specifically, that's the only one I had to like directly audition for. I had to send a couple things in, but for other ones. But Berklee, like I had to go to Boston, just because the dates in LA weren't like matching up with me. So going to Boston was like cool for that specific reason. But then the audition specifically, I can speak for Berklee, is like I was so terrified, just because it's like your future life, like on this one day. It's like, oh, what if I mess up? Like, what if but like I think probably for most auditions, they just want to see like who you are and how you play and stuff. So yeah, Berklee, like it's not specifically just your piece that you prepared. Like I played that, and I'll say like I messed up a couple times just because I was so scared. And then like I was just like, oh, this is it. Like I messed up on this part. Like it's not gonna, But then they also have different parts where it's not like you play your piece and then you also play with them, and they play different recordings, and you have to improvise, and like rhythm stuff, and they just want to see like your kind of background. And I think the improvisation really helped me, because they want to see how you respond to music more than your kind of prepared stuff in my like sense of it. And then a lot of the other ones I had to do were just like recordings, sending in recordings. And I think that can be frustrating because you can do it over and over and over again until you get it right. But I'd say just kind of keep calm. I think that's the easiest way to do it because I've had to do my fair share of like music recordings in high school, and I would like get so mad. But just kind of keeping calm. If that day's not your day, put it away. Kind of just yeah, kind of organize it all and just be like, okay, today's not my day to record this, or today I feel good.